In the vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean, where the horizon bleeds into infinity, some mysteries refuse to surrender their secrets. The disappearance of aviation pioneer Amelia Earhart has haunted investigators for nearly 9 decades, but recently declassified documents reveal disturbing details that challenge everything the public has been told. What emerged from restricted military archives suggests her final flight encountered something far more sinister than mechanical failure or navigation error. Before we begin our investigation, subscribe for more unsolved cases. It was July 2nd, 1937, in the morning local time, when Amelia Earhart and navigator Fred Noonan departed Lee Airfield in New Guinea. The Lockheed Electra carried enough fuel for 20 hours of flight toward Howland Island, a tiny speck of land in the Central Pacific, measuring barely 1.5 miles long. A radio operator, Leo Bellarts, recorded their final transmission at 21 hours Greenwich Mean Time, Earhart's voice crackling through static as she reported running low on fuel and unable to locate their destination. What official reports failed to mention were the increasingly erratic radio transmissions intercepted by multiple stations across the Pacific in the hours following her disappearance. The Coast Guard cutter Itasca, stationed near Howland Island, documented 17 separate attempts to establish contact with the missing aircraft. Chief radioman Thomas O'Hare noted in his classified log that several transmissions contained what he described as impossible elements. According to declassified Navy intelligence files, monitoring stations in Hawaii recorded Earhart's voice at intervals when the aircraft's fuel supply should have been completely exhausted. More disturbing still, multiple operators reported hearing 2 distinct voices on her emergency frequency, though only Earhart and Noonan were aboard the aircraft. The second voice, described as speaking in an unknown language with unusual tonal qualities, appeared to be providing navigational instructions. Lieutenant Commander Warner Thompson, commanding officer of the Itasca, submitted a restricted report documenting radar contacts that defied conventional explanation. The ship's equipment detected multiple aircraft in formation near Howland Island during the search period, though no other planes were known to be operating in the area. When interceptor aircraft from the carrier Lexington investigated these contacts, they found empty skies and calm seas. The official search operation, designated as the largest and most expensive rescue mission in naval history up to that time, covered over 250,000 square miles of ocean. What remained classified until recently were the discoveries made by search teams on remote atolls scattered throughout the Marshall Islands. On Mili Atoll, marine reconnaissance units found aircraft debris that matched the Electra's specifications, but metallurgical analysis revealed compositional anomalies that troubled military engineers. The aluminum fragments showed evidence of exposure to temperatures exceeding 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit, far beyond what could be produced by standard aviation fuel combustion. More puzzling still, spectrographic analysis detected trace elements not found in terrestrial materials, including isotopes that would not be identified by science until the 1950s. The debris exhibited a peculiar crystalline structure that seemed to shift and realign when observed under microscopic examination. Japanese military archives, captured after the war and finally declassified, contained references to unusual aerial phenomena reported by naval patrols throughout the Marshall Islands during the summer of 1937. Commander Yoshia Takahashi of the Imperial Navy documented encounters with unidentified aircraft displaying flight characteristics that surpassed known technology. These craft appeared to move without regard for conventional aerodynamic principles, executing impossible maneuvers at speeds that should have resulted in structural failure. Native inhabitants of Mili Atoll provided disturbing testimony to American intelligence officers in 1944. Elder Jishim Kabur described the arrival of a silver bird that fell from the sky during the season of the southern winds. According to his account, the aircraft did not crash but descended in a controlled spiral, coming to rest in the lagoon's shallow waters. Two pale figures emerged from the craft, one male and one female, both appearing injured and disoriented. What made Kabur's testimony particularly unsettling were his descriptions of the events that followed. The elder claimed that other beings, not human in appearance, approached the survivors shortly after their arrival. These entities, which he described as tall and angular with elongated limbs, seemed to communicate through methods that bypassed spoken language entirely. The witnesses reported experiencing vivid mental images and overwhelming sensations of being observed by an intelligence far exceeding human comprehension. The most disturbing evidence emerged from classified medical examinations conducted on Marshall Islands residents who claimed contact with the survivors. Dr. Harold Rickers, a Navy physician assigned to document native testimony, discovered that multiple witnesses exhibited identical physiological changes that could not be explained by conventional medicine. Brain scans revealed unusual neural activity patterns, particularly in regions associated with memory formation and sensory processing. Blood samples from these individuals contained microscopic structures that appeared to be artificial in origin, resembling nanotechnology that would not be developed for another 60 years. These foreign elements seemed to be integrated into the subject's nervous systems, creating new pathways that enhanced certain cognitive functions while suppressing others. Most significantly, all affected individuals demonstrated the ability to receive and transmit information through means that defied scientific understanding. Declassified communications from the Office of Naval Intelligence reveal that similar phenomena were reported by search and rescue personnel who participated in the Earhart investigation. Radio operators aboard multiple vessels began experiencing shared dreams and waking visions that depicted scenes of advanced technology and impossible landscapes. These episodes increased in frequency and intensity the longer the search continued, eventually forcing the Navy to rotate personnel and implement strict psychological screening protocols. The final piece of evidence came from deep-sea exploration conducted by Betheskev Trieste during a classified mission in 1960. While investigating anomalous sonar contacts near the original search area, the crew photographed what appeared to be aircraft wreckage on the ocean floor at a depth of 14,000 feet. The images showed a craft of unknown design, far larger than Earhart's Electra, surrounded by geometric structures that seemed to pulse with their own internal light. Most unsettling of all was the discovery that the wreckage was not alone. The photographs revealed multiple aircraft of various designs and apparent ages, arranged in precise formations across the seafloor. Some appeared to be of World War II vintage, while others displayed technological features that remain beyond human capability. At the center of this underwater graveyard sat what appeared to be a massive facility of non-human construction, its purpose and origin completely unknown. The official investigation into Amelia Earhart's disappearance was quietly terminated in 1942, with all related materials classified at the highest levels of government secrecy. The few documents that have been released paint a picture of an encounter with forces that humanity was not prepared to comprehend. Whether Earhart and Noonan survived their ordeal, and what became of them in the hands of entities whose motivations remain utterly alien, continues to elude explanation. The ocean keeps its secrets well, but sometimes those secrets keep watching us in return. What do you think really happened to Amelia Earhart during those final hours over the Pacific? Share your thoughts in the comments below and subscribe to explore more cases that challenge our understanding of reality itself.